The revolution of the chosen one. This is the revolution. The revolution of the chosen ones.
Welcome to episode 4 of Targeted to Transcendent. Today we're going to talk about something that you really don't want to talk about, and that is the true meaning behind the twin flame journey and all the fuckery that comes with that. So stay tuned. This is long, but it goes in depth and hopefully explain things and bring some clarity to your journey and some truth to your journey. I love you. Keep shining, beautiful soul, and enjoy the episode.
It's about your self-worth. It's about how much you love yourself, you know.
So they called it the twin flame journey, did they? The divine union, the destined love. But what they don't tell you is this is only ever about you. And this was not a love story. Not the kind you think anyway. This was a mirror designed to shatter. A beautiful illusion wrapped in chaotic fire. They mirrored every part of you. Your pain, your power, your potential. You mistook this mirror and this reflection for truth. You thought you were falling in love with them. You thought you needed them. You thought they were your gift, your end game. But it was just the beginning. You, my friend, were only falling in love with yourself. The version of you that you had forgotten, that you had fragmented, that you had buried. And when your frequency rose too high for them to carry that mask and that mirror of you, when your light was too radiant for their mask to carry, it slipped. And beneath that mask was not divinity. It was distortion. A glorified narcissist wearing the face of your becoming. You couldn't actually see them in the way that you thought you could. The things that you could see, that was you. Everything was you. They were just there to hold up the mirror for you. The illusion of the love story was to teach you how to detach. But you were stubborn, weren't you? You begged the universe to bring back the mirror. You manifested that mirror to return. That mask to return. Not realizing you had far outgrown the illusion. Not realizing the love you crave was never theirs to give. Never theirs to give. You were never in love with them. You were in love with the version that they reflected back to you of you. The manipulated narcissistic mask. The love bombing was a mirror. This journey wasn't punishment. I know it feels like it. It was prophecy too. It came to burn down everything that wasn't you and reflect everything that was you. And teach you the final truth. Detachment is the doorway to divinity. You do not need another vessel to feel whole. You are the flame. You are the union. You are the home that you've been searching for. And when love returns again, it won't be to complete you because there's absolutely nothing to complete. It will be to create with you. This was never about them. This was always about you. Their greatest mission in this lifetime, their purpose in this lifetime was to hold the mirror up for you so you could become. And they are so dark. If your frequency wouldn't have risen, they would have been cool holding the mask of you and embodying you and swapping out your destiny and keeping you small forever. They were there to hold you back, not help you rise. But the way that it works, that mirror, it wasn't meant to stay. your essence, your energy, your frequency was so large that it was always meant to smash and crack that mirror. But that was a soul trap. Welcome to your freedom.
During your targeting, you were in a relationship. Your targeting started after meeting this person. For whoever this is for. This person was supposed to be like you. You know, like, they were the black sheep of their family. They've been set up and targeted by their family, and like, you were their ticket to ascension and their ticket to freedom, and this person essentially sacrificed you and pretty much sacrificed you in the darkness for material gains and stuff like that, which kind of like blew your mind, and you almost went out of here trying to like continue to give this person chance after chance and understand like what could possibly, you know, make them cause these type of things for them to do, you know what I mean? Like, this was like your person. For a lot of you, this was your twin flame. I said the word. Which isn't at all what it looked like at the time. It's quite literally a dark experience, and the way that it went down, the way that it went down was like insane. So this person witnessed all of this stuff happen to you. They knew that you were targeted by something, like something dark and evil. Like, they witnessed all of it. They knew that you were being slandered and attacked and smeared by not only your own family, but their family as well, along with your ex's family, like ex's families and anyone else that got involved. Like, there was mountains of people involved in this. And a lot of what they did to you was their ego. Like, it was just easier for them to cash you in to look good for that moment, because everyone in this group, they could only see this group. Like, they couldn't see life outside what this group thought and felt, which was crazy. Like, you're telling them like there's a whole world out there, like this doesn't matter. Like, you're giving them like all the codes to ascension. This person learned everything being with you, and like, you put love before everything. You weren't hurting anyone back. You weren't doing anything malice at all. Like, there was no absolute reason for any of this to be happening to you. It didn't even make sense. It was just insanity. And this person suffered a lot, like, being with you during that time, but they were also like targeted. They just don't, like, they didn't realize that so many things from their past, it all makes sense in all lines. So what they got when they saw you being like tormented in a sick way in their mind, they enjoyed it because they have always been in your position. They've always been the one that's been talked about. They've always been the one that's been talked down. And they got like a weird, sick fill on realizing that they could literally like trade in their destiny and you would take on all of the shit from everything, you know what I mean? So they did 100% like sacrifice you for their ego and materialism and their image. Like, it was a lot of fear of what people were going to think of them being with you and all this stuff because you were being slandered. Like, their image and their ego and their comfort was way more important to them than your life. So this person went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth during your targeting, and where they were running back to was literally the cave and the den where people were plotting your demise. So they're running back and forth between family and you, and this family is tormenting you. This family is like falsely reporting you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you only ever had a decent relationship with this family, and you in this were like fairly like new just the first few years of this relationship. You know what I mean? So what their family was doing to you was like insane and disgusting, and it just, you know, it was like beyond something that you could justify in any way, and like, they knew it, so they would use the excuse of like, oh, they're keeping you protected by staying away from you and all this other stuff. No, they're straight up abandoning you and going back to these people and slandering you with a bunch of lies just to get back in with this group of people. Anytime things got hard on your end and the struggle was too much, they would literally take off on you. They'd start chaos all around you, hurt your feelings so bad, and then abandon you, and then you were being left alone while you're being targeted, stalked, smeared, slandered, attacked in like every direction. And like, that was why it's so hard for you to let this person go, because they were all that you had. But they were literally making your situation so much worse with their back and forth non-stop crap that they were doing. And every time they went back, they gashed you in. So they didn't just sacrifice you once or twice, they continued to do it to the point where people were like, why is he with her? Like, why is he with her? Why is she with him? Whichever way it went. You know what I mean? And then they started to look stupid because of their own choices of going back and forth, back and forth. People would have respected them a lot more had they just stayed with you and been like, this is my person, like you're not, you know what I mean? People would have a lot more respect for that person if they actually would have stood on something, but they didn't. They literally would lie and manipulate you to get back in, and you were really down and out and alone, and you had nothing and no one, so you would accept crap that you shouldn't have been accepting. And it wasn't until you truly broke that illusion and disconnected from them where things started to actually look up for you. Like, this person was literally like constantly sacrificing your mind and your soul, your body, like to anything that was there to their liking at the time, whatever made their life better. You were literally just collateral damage to this person and nothing more. Like, they used the crap out of you. When you like were good and comfy chilling, of course they're gonna choose you, of course they're gonna be around you, look at you. When things got hard and people, like when things got worse and like the targeting got worse, and you got in situations where they thought like they could possibly get in trouble or something could happen to them, they left you like a piece of crap on the side of the road, like without a second thought in the world. And then they did something major, actually a few major events, but these events were hidden from you until it all came undone. But a major event where it looked like they were actually the victim, they were tormenting you. So like something happened to trigger like you guys seriously separating for good. And while he was with me, he got off, like he started to enjoy me being targeted and like watching someone else get tormented because it wasn't him. It took all the heat. No one paid any mind to like, it was all focused on me. Like even though he was with me, no one paid any mind to like that. So back to my message. Like, I always be tossing my stories in there. This person is literally, they're the first ones to hit the karma, and they're like literally not good at all, but in for so many different ways. Medical reasons, mental health reasons, and they're on some things that you've never seen them do or like experienced them doing ever before, so that's like mind-boggling. But this person is in a downward spiral, and now they're seeing every sick thing they did, because I mean, their sick lies like joined a whole like 2 years of sick, vile, awful, disgusting things that they did behind your back, like so much worse than just leaving you out there to starve and die. Like sick, weird, bizarre things that they were doing behind your back. Not okay. You know what I mean? So this person like got straight up exposed for some vile, awful behaviors, and now they have to sit there in the energy of knowing what they did to you, knowing that you're gonna come out of this, and knowing that you're gonna literally not only expose like everything, but probably their whole family is gonna end up, at least their mother and like the main characters of their family that played part in this weird sacrifice on your life and this dismantling of everything you are and this dehumanization that these people did to you. That's what it was. It was dehumanization. They literally took everything from you that made you a human and they treated you like nothing. Literally. And this person, while they were in the heat of it, it was so much easier to be the victim and get everyone to feel bad for them while they're getting their foot chopped up, making a buzz about you saying you left them there and you did all this and all that, and you got other people like hardcore targeting when this person's like attacking you every day, mentally breaking you down, and like knowing you're in the worst situation ever, sitting in the hospital like $1,000 in their bank, that's your, you know what I mean, just leaving you die. Like, it's crazy what these people do and justify in their head because they think other people don't like that person. It's okay if I completely degrade, abuse, sacrifice, and torment someone because no one likes them, so it doesn't matter. And that's the energy of everybody that came up against you, but this person in particular, not doing good. Going down. Big time. And, I mean, I don't know. Feeling like days numbered because they're not only like suffering in unimaginable ways, but they're sitting here basically waiting to go to deal with all this court stuff and to get exposed for all of it. They're gonna, like, they witnessed everything that happened to you and they witnessed the other side of it. That person knows everything. Like, they know more than you know because they were in the enemy den making plans to take you out. Literally. And then sitting there in bed with you. Seeing you cry, you suffer, you fight, and you do all the right things with a heart of gold, the purest heart of gold, the most innocent, loving, caring, best person they've ever laid eyes on, suffering immensely. And they were getting off on partaking in it. If you're still involved with the person you were with during targeting, it's time to end it. Like for my situation, from the situation that me and him had, we had people like nailing nails in our tires, and we got like drove off the road way up a mountain in West Virginia with no cell phone service that we had to like hike 20 miles out of with our dogs, and like he got like that from your feet being wet. Like, he already had one prosthetic leg. This was before I met him. That's what I'm saying. His whole life was a setup. He's been the black sheep. He's been the target. And he got off on, like, seeing someone else have to suffer the way that he suffered. Like, he got to put the control back in his hand and got to make someone else suffer for the first time in their life and take the role off himself, and he enjoyed it. Like, there's no other way to put it. We were going down, like, the mountain, and his good foot got, like, really wet, and the bottom of it started getting yucky, and it was getting infected or whatever. And in this time is when we got, like, illegally evicted and targeted, and everything was horrible, and, like, the landlord threw him and the animals out the street when I was in a different state, and I had to, like, run back there and, like, get him and the animals off the road, and we lost, like, everything we owned. Like, the landlord gave a person with an infected bottom foot and no leg 2 hours to remove things out of our house, and we had, like, 8 animals there, so they didn't really let him get anything. And then when I got there, they were circling and threatening us and trying to scare us and stuff. And I got him to a hospital because his foot was, like, you know, he just got, like, thrown into the street and his foot wasn't looking so good. From there, his mom came, I got blacklisted, and, like, our relationship was already rocky because I kept finding out more sacrificial, weird things that he was doing to me. But he's looking like the victim. He goes to the hospital, he does not need an amputation. I get put on the can't go to the hospital list. His mom goes, and they cut his foot off. I'm not even joking. And now he looks like the victim, but he's literally terrorizing me, tormenting me, knowing that I just got kicked out of our house, I'm homeless, I'm on the road with, or like literally on the street in the woods with 8 of our animals, and I don't know what to do, I'm suffering. And he, like, literally, like, got his paycheck from in there and was, like, making me starve, making me not have any food or, like, nothing, and this was my husband. Like, it was crazy. He was, like, literally violently, it was just sick shit. And then telling all these people all these lies where I was so they could target and harass me, threatening to take the only vehicle that I and the animals were in because it was in his name. Until, like, I came out and, like, got in this weird pile with the cops. They put me in jail on hold that you can't even do, complete, like, illegal crap. And then they took animals in the last, like, couple things I had, and I came out with nothing and nobody, and he just, like, left me to die out there, like, while he was, like, tormenting me in the most disgusting way ever, like, straight up tormenting me. Like, I understand you're going through a lot because, like, you know, your foot thing, but that shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have got put on the no hospital list. His mom should have never came anywhere near him. Like, we were literally being targeted and had a hawk on our head by these people. And he knew that, and he just kept going back and forth, back and forth. As his mom come there, somehow he loses his foot. He got his whole other leg cut off years before I met him because he stepped on a nail. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. None of these things hold any validation. They cut his foot off within 3 days of him being at the hospital, and all he had was, like, an open bottom wound that could have been, like, vac and all that. Like, they told me their plan, which is a good one. Doesn't make sense. So he's a target, and while he's with me, he got off, like, he started to enjoy me being targeted and, like, watching someone else get tormented because it wasn't him. It took all the heat. No one paid any mind to, like, it was all focused on me. Like, even though he was with me, no one paid any mind to, like, that. So, back to my message.
This is just a little reminder from Spirit to let them go. When Most High's telling you let them go, cut the cord, detach from this connection, because this connection has truly been driving toxicity into your reality and making you have no self-worth, which has resulted in a lot of really negative things in your life. And without that influence, you wouldn't have such bad self-worth. Your targeting started when you met your so-called twin flame. Somewhere around this time, when you got this relationship, maybe you'd been in it for like a year before it really started getting loud, but something about this triggered the targeting. So it either made your mother figure jealous, or wanting your mother figure to keep you there if you're a man, having some type of weird hold on you, like a marital type mother who thinks that you owe them your life, or a daughter who the mother became very jealous and envious of the love connection between the two of you, because it really was undeniable at first. This person was supposed to be like you, like we talked about. This person was supposed to be more like you. And the next card is ex-partner and witnesses. So this so-called twin flame, your ex-partner, literally witnessed all the vile and evil things that were done to you, like, I mean, the extensive, vile things that were done to you, and they participated in it while they're sitting in your face watching you bawl and cry and giving you fake comfort and participating in these vile things behind your back to slowly discredit and destroy your life. They thought no one would ever find out, and then the back of the card is lies about you. So the amount of lies that they told this group of people is starting to come out, so they realize how truly abusive and actually mentally unstable your ex-partner was. Like, it's almost insane. Like I said before, people would have had a lot more respect for this person if they would have found some type of ground and stood on it, but they didn't stand on anything. They stood on lies, bullshit, two-faced nonsense the whole time. Family secrets. You know a lot about this family, and this family did a lot of garbage to you. They came up against you in some sick, vile ways, and they fear you exposing them, not only for what they've done to you, but the secrets and disgusting things that you found out about their family. False marriage, again, like, maybe you married this person during targeting, maybe you almost married this person during targeting, maybe you married this person right before targeting. Something about this though was such a setup to either forge some type of legal document over you, put more control over you, have more, you know what I mean? This was not a good thing at all. You stand out and you are shocked to the nervous system. You literally are shaking the toes off these people just existing and like showing up and not stopping. Like, you're supposed to be long gone by now, and not only are you not long gone, but you literally just won't stop. You won't stop. You just keep going and going and going, and like every time your voice opens, it's like chalk on a freaking, it's like nails on a chalkboard in their head. Like, it's killing them. It's killing them. You don't just exist, you alter reality and you shift timelines. And that is a fact, just like we're talking about here. Like, you're moving through this, exposing people just by existing, by standing your ground and literally being the only person in the equation that lives the same way they talk. Like, everything you do, everything you say is backed up by your lifestyle. You know what I mean? There's no fake crap that you put on the internet. There's nothing you do for likes and craps and poops and giggles. You're you're the most authentic thing in the world, the most authentic energy in the world, the most pure energy in the world, and they know it and they feel. You were never meant to be liked. You were meant to be remembered. So remember, when Jesus Christ was here, be it metaphorically or physical, actuality, he said, to remember that he was hated, and he was literally stoned, tormented here, hung here, literally, like, they treated this man like garbage. And it's those who show up with truth and show up with prophecy get treated like garbage. Those who truly give their life over to the Most High and truly embody Christ consciousness and allow that to flow through their body and actually live the same way that they talk. So we all do this work on our own. Just mentors that are nice to look up to, people that are inspirational. They're actually living it. They're not a lie. They're not a fraud. They're living the actual life that they're talking about, and that life is not easy. So any, like, you know what I mean? Be mindful of false prophets. Be mindful where you get your information from. Be mindful who you allow to manipulate and penetrate your mind. Okay, the next one is this person was never what they said they were. Covert MFer. So this is probably in regards to the twin flame energy and also the mother figure energy. That energy is very much similar, and it's extreme manipulation where this person will literally play the victim. They will do vile things to you in hopes that they can get some type of reactive, like abuse triggers from you and get you to come out of character so they can then point at you, record you, spin the narrative, and make it look like you are unstable in some form of way, in some type of something. So, covert narcissism has been something that you come up against so much, and you're targeting from the people in your past, and it's so sick and delusional, but it's the way it goes. Do you truly understand what that connection was? Because it's not about the other vessel. It's not. It's all energetic, and it's another code for your ascension. Even when you, like, look back different, like, prophecy type things, or like different ancient time stories that draw it in, like the severing of the souls and the split and all that. You have to understand that all of this is going on within the vessel, okay? So, like, there's a lot of manipulation behind this term, which makes you feel like you're literally obligated to, like, love this person and wait for them to heal, which inevitably is them abusing you and you waiting for them to heal. It doesn't even make sense. Like, they're abusing you and you're waiting for them to heal so they can finally treat you good. It doesn't make sense. The whole dynamic that they pushed out into the collective, it was all another, like, distraction for us. So this is all going on inside the vessel. That specific entity was like a mirror to you, but they were an inverted mirror to you. Like, have super pure intentions, they had super dark intentions. You're selfless, they're selfish. Like, there's so many things about that particular person that, like, reflected you in a way that looked very similar, but it was actually, like, inverted. It was a very dark connection, and it made you face every single trauma that you've ever had in your entire life, going back to childhood, like all of it. And detaching from this person is actually what ultimately gave you the power to learn how to detach from everything, because you love this person like more than, you love this person on like the same level like you love your children. Like, it was unconditional. You truly love this person so much until they just caused so much damage and pain that, like, it was you either had to let them go or basically inevitably, like, not exist anymore, because that's how it was gonna go. Like, that's what they were gonna do. So that whole situation, that whole energy there is about bringing your two halves back to whole. So, like, not only your divine masculine, well, your divine masculine does represent, like, action and stuff in the physical, and then your divine feminine represents, like, more of, like, the spiritual planes and stuff, and the merge is, like, a balanced vessel. So, like, you could call it divine masculine and divine feminine, but it's a merge of, like, your earthly self and your spiritual self, so you can, like, literally maintain the best, like, highest self vessel here on earth. So this is like your Christ conscious activation, which comes from fully aligning the vessel, which comes from all this pain and suffering and seriously having to look at yourself in so many layers and so many levels, which you either succumb to the trauma of this person. So not only were you their test, they were also your test. So like your test, when you would have hung on to this until you freaking, you know, there was no more, you were going to let go and you were going to make it, you know what I mean? But it wasn't going to be easy and you were going to have to suffer in order to stay away. But like, you know what I mean? And like all they had to do was be good to you, because you would have done anything for them. Like you literally did do anything for them. All they had to do is be good to you, and you were their ticket to ascension and freedom and love and hope and truth and abundance and success and all of that. Like, you know, you letting them go was activating that your twin flame. You're inside of you, like activating the duality inside of you, light and dark, feminine, masculine, 3D, 5D, the merge. It's the merge. It has nothing to do with this other vessel. Everything is an eternal map for ascension. Now, when you finally reach that vibration and that eternal like alignment within your vessel, you then become like activated and magnetized towards like your soul family and your true like partner. You're just your true divine like match. It's like you don't have to call it anything, because labels only divide, they only confuse, they only indoctrinate, because people put so much behind these labels and push that out into the collective, where the word twin flame now represents a narcissistically abusive relationship. You know what I mean? For real, for real. So it was never about that person. It was about the lessons for ascension and growth. And truly the end lesson was you had to leave them. Like that's literally the end of it. There's no them waiting, like you waiting on nothing. Like, no, they literally know how to do it and they're refusing to do it. They're not going to do it. They're stuck in fear. Like, let them be, because you're going to freaking not make it trying to hold on to that. You know what I mean? Next card, your ex was a target and to get out, they sold you out. This came up too, like, and they did this on repeat. Like, they were just so back and forth. It was just all about cashing you in, because they started to get off on the treatment. Like, they were used to being the black sheep. They were used to being talked about. They were used to being treated like garbage. And then someone else took on that heat, and they got to be on the other side of it, and it felt good to them. Like, that's literally how sick it is. They tried to steal your destiny. Quite literally, this person, like, dresses like you and like acts like you and talks like you. It's really like weird. Like, they have no identity outside of what they masked with you, and like they just put on this they just put on this persona. These cards, I just like, these all dropped on the floor, and the way that they're coming out is hilarious. But they message people on dating apps and use your personality as a character truth. So like they literally try to embody you and pretend that like they're energetically the same as you. So when they get a new partner, they can play you in the relationship, and those person can be like below them consciously. Like, it's insane. This person's gone insane. They are lying to even themselves, trying to forget how bad they did. In order for them to like sleep at night, they have to literally downplay it that you're a giant monster in their head, when you've literally done not a single monster thing ever besides finally defend yourself and cut them off. That's literally all they can say, is you cut them off and defended yourself. You never lied. You never did anything to hurt them. They're just full of baloney. They caused you the deepest pain you've ever felt. Truth. Like, this person was the hardest thing to detach from. Like, you truly love them. Huge secret and hidden in the shadows. The tables are turning in your favor, and something amazing is coming. Okay, so this huge secret is about to come out, which is going to roll this whole thing over in your favor and bring in an amazing blessing. So all these kind of go. And the back of this is trying to destroy you, ultimately destroyed them. Also truth. And God's army is on the back of this one. All go so hand in hand. So everything is rotating in divine timing right in your favor. And that's how it was always going to be. And you knew it, and you told them that. Like, you told them how this was going to play out. Truth over everything. That's what you told them. And what you're ending, repeated cycles, no more. That was what it took. You had to end that cycle with that human being in order to move forward in this. The Most High saw everything that this person did. Every single thing this person did. There's no hiding it. Divine intervention, like I just said. A divine timing. Everything sweeps in just in time to get you right where you need to be. Like, the darkness is always moving in your favor. Everything is moving in unison for you. Everything is moving in unison for you. The darkness is even moving in your favor all the time. All the time. It feels like pain, it feels like poop, it feels awful when it's happening, but after the clarity comes, after the cloud settles, you realize exactly what it was doing for you, and it's quite amazing. As they watch you, they send people to harass you because your suffering makes them happy, like truth. And that's part of like this weird like virtual reality type thing they got going on with watching us and creating things in our lives so they can watch more of it. It's just bizarre. It was yours till they lied and took it, which I wouldn't worry anything about, because that's another thing. It's just returning. The truth of how they feel destroyed you. At one point, the truth of how they felt really did destroy you. And the back says you almost kept your story quiet for your fear of harming this person's ego. Another truth, because you love too much, you love too hard. Those people did not deserve you. You had your life stolen from you by these people. 100% you did. And they actually fear themselves. They fear themselves. They really do fear themselves, and that's what it is. It's a projection of themselves. They're putting all that disgusting stuff they say about you is literally them. So anything they lied about you, told you, they literally have done. And a lot you've experienced, so you know they've done it. And that's where their projections come from. That's where their hate comes from. That's where their malice comes from, because they're so internally uncool with self. The time isn't later, the time is now, and you know that. Like, energy's moving, everything's shifting. And we have that twin flame card again, and white truck, twin flame. Not sure what the white truck could be. It could be different for multiple people. It could be something to look out for, so just that'll stick in your mind if it's important. The term twin flame is an illusion and a code, and you have cracked it, which you did. So that whole self-alignment coming with detaching from this twin flame, and now your soul family can step in. Now you're fully activated. Now they're fully activated. And the purpose of humans and like connections is to create. It's not about being whole. You don't need someone else to be whole. That's such an illusion. It's about coming together in creation to create, not just children, art, music, love, peace, experience. It's about creating. You're whole all by yourself. Everything else is a form of creation. If it's more than that, it ain't right.
Yes, many people did get involved in trying to destroy this union as soon as it happened, because it triggered a lot of people into jealousy. Because when you met this person, like, you guys really were like a good match, and they had a chance to ascend and like do the right thing, and they did not. This was an ultimate test for this person and for this relationship. They could have went one of two ways. They could have ascended and you would have been their gift, and like, you know, you guys would have went on this mission that you're on now together. But they failed that mission miserably, and now they have to eat their karma. If you continue to allow this person in your life, it's going to block all of your blessings, because you're stuck in a literal loop of repeated hell over and over again. Super toxic hell. And if you feel like you don't deserve better, or you feel like it's prophecy to be with this person, but yes, I wanted to talk about this. All of this is an illusion, so you don't detach, okay? Yes, this person could have went one of two ways, but instead they ultimately sacrificed you in disgusting ways that are unforgivable. So when you met this person, your relationship did trigger everyone else. Like, it triggered like the parental figure who attacked it, or whoever it was that like mainly attacked and discredited and tried to smear you, was triggered by this relationship. This relationship triggered a lot because it was big love. There was a big connection there. What it was, though, is this person had an obsession with you. At first, you made their image look better. You were like too good to be true before you were getting slandered and smeared, so they got to experience that side of you. They actually got to like show you off and be proud, like, look, you know what I mean? And then as soon as it came up to test how much that person actually cared about you, they failed miserably, and they chose everything else but you. You gotta wonder why you continue to rise and ascend and see things so clearly, and every time you talk to them, they're in the same place, saying the same thing, spinning the same wheel, doing the same crap, but now they're going lower and more down, and now they're participating in things that they never did when you were with them, like, and doing just awful things, and they're not well off mentally. They're going through extensive amounts of like hospital things, and like just all over the place, because they're eating their karma for what they did to you. And if you continue to go back, that's your reality, and you're asking for that to be your reality. There's a reason why they are doing what they're doing and you're doing what you're doing. Do you want to go miles backwards, or do you want to stay stuck and stagnant forever? Trust me when I say that I've been where you are, but this whole thing was an illusion. All that power that you were feeling was actually you ascending, because you were stepping into the power of making your own choices, but it was kind of an illusion while you're making your own choices. Like, you were stepping away more from the control of certain things, which is also triggering other people in your reality, like your parental figure, your exes and all that, because you were less like influential and more wanting to chase the desires of this relationship. And this person was willing to do all the things that you wanted to do that you didn't do in your life. Like, they wanted to travel with you, they wanted to do all this, they wanted to move to a different state. Like, they fully supported and like had the same goals as you had. So like, you two together were about to do all the things that you always wanted to do that none of those other people did with you. Do you know what I mean? So that alone was triggering. It was the power that you were stepping into that was triggering. And these people saw it as their relationship, which your relationship did give you a false sense of power. Like, I know you felt that rush when you met this person, and it felt destined because it was destined. They're supposed to be in your reality, but not for what you think. There's absolutely no such thing as needing another vessel to complete you, and there's no such thing as this particular relationship being prophesized or destined to continue. Was it destined? Yes. It's not something that is meant to continue. The actual way of ascending and accelerating to the next place is detachment. This relationship was to truly teach you how to detach so you can fully ascend. This relationship was to teach you how to detach so you can fully ascend. It's about your self-worth. It's about how much you love yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just because someone says this is your twin flame and like a bunch of people brainwash you into thinking that you have to let this person run, abuse you, abandon you, neglect you, ghost you, and all this other stuff, because that's just the way it is, and they're not healed, and they have to heal, and they have to do the work, and what a bunch of bananas. And like, this person shows no interest in doing the work. They show interest in repeating the same cycle over and over and over again, which leaves you damaged and in pain. Your true divine match is on the other side of this situation. They're literally going through the same thing you are. They're being targeted, they're being isolated, and they're also learning how to detach. Because you have to be a fully detached vessel to ascend and heal. This relationship was to teach you detachment and also make you face all the trauma and the pain of childhood that you never looked at. That's why this person's life was so similar to yours. That's why their parents were similar to yours. That's why they were a black sheep, because you had to love somebody else so much that you saw the toxicity within their family to see it within yourself. That's why they mirrored you, okay? They were like, their family was like your family. They were toxic. They were bad. They treated this person terrible. You saw the pain in that person, ultimately made it recognize the pain within you. That is the mirror effect of the twin flame thing. But it's not because that person is destined to be with you. It's because you had certain things to heal, and that person also has certain things to heal, and they would have never been able to like ascend ever in this lifetime without having came into contact with you. If they would have made the right choice, you would have been like their blessing. You know what I mean? But they didn't make the right choice, and they chose not to ascend. They chose to stay in fear, and that's what it was. And like, they didn't want to break their pattern of toxicity. They're comfortable being like that, obviously. So it was destined. That's why it felt big. It was because it was another form of stepping in your power. Your love for this person actually made you do things for yourself that you never would have done for yourself. Another reason why it was working in unison to actually bring you into your ascension. This false illusion of having your other half and like being complete and being unstoppable and being this and that made you do things that you probably wouldn't have done had you thought you were out here alone. But you were out here alone. It was always just you fighting for you, and this person was actually moving behind your back and making these situations worse and making you face more fears and then abandoning you when all those fears came up. So like, they were making your situation 100 times worse. Your targeting situation probably would have been about 50% of what it was without this human being. Like, they played a huge part. So like, yes, they're what triggered you guys. Yes, everyone came for your relationship. People literally came to rip you guys apart, but this person had 1,000 million chances to do the right thing, and they continue to choose the darkness over and over again. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that they have no desire to change. Should you feel bad for this vessel? Sure, you may have sympathy and pray for them and all that, but you will never get blessed. The universe will continue to block your blessings if you continue to choose low vibrational garbage for yourself. This person offered you garbage. They showed you garbage. They treated you like garbage. If you want garbage, you're telling that you're literally putting out, if you accept that as your relationship, you're literally telling the universe that I want garbage. Please give me more garbage. Give me more pain. Give me more lessons. I don't want to send. I don't want to let this person go. I'd rather suffer for the rest of my life just so they don't move on and I don't move on, and we just both stay stuck here and stagnant forever. That's the greatest illusion, is that person completes you. That person does not complete you at all. Absolutely not. That person brought you to a place where you could complete yourself by learning how to detach from everything that was illusionary, everything that was actually causing you pain, everything that was making you codependent and feeling as if you couldn't do something by yourself. This whole relationship, here's the kicker. This is how big the illusion is. Everything that you did for yourself, every time you fought for yourself or you thought you were fighting for this person, you were actually fighting for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything you did was benefiting you. Everything. And like, it gave you that, like, you got an illusionary relationship out of it, but it also gave you like illusionary power until you were able to step into your own power. It made you feel like you had completion until you actually got your completion within your own vessel. So it gave you the power to do things that you wouldn't have done until you were able to step into that power on your own. So in a way, you needed this relationship to rip you apart and show you all the darkness, and this person literally embodied every dark person and every dark memory of your life. Like, they embodied everything. Like, at one point they acted like your mother, your father, your exes, your this, your that. Like, their behavior was uncannily exactly like things that you had gone through in your past. Not only did this person sacrifice you, but they literally like tried to destiny swap you and act as if they were you and they were the good person and you were this terrible person, and they victimized themselves and they played so many games around your name as if you were nothing. Like, this person was truly like your inverted mirror. Like, yes, they mirrored so much, which made you see so much of their life in your life. You loved them that much that you were able to decode the black sheep thing, see the toxicity in their family, and then you were like, oh crap. Because they are mirroring you in that sense. They mirrored all of your darkness.
so you could look at it and you could heal it, and you were forced to look at it and heal it when this person abandoned you and left you alone in hell. Okay? It's not your destined other half. You are whole by yourself. Connection is about creation and just literally creation and lifting the other person up and moving in oneness and your highest self. I hope this helps, and I know exactly where you're at. Break the illusion, okay? Your blessings are on the other side of that. You are the glitch in the matrix. So like this person, you were the glitch in the matrix. You were like the anomaly. You were everything that they've never seen in their life. Like you didn't even make sense, to the point where they literally were doubting that you were real. Like seriously, they thought you were like this. They're like, this person's got to be a con artist. Like there's no way they're this awesome. There's no way they're this pure. This can't be real. Like they literally had to like, they were like convincing themselves that. And especially when they hurt you, they convinced themselves that 100 million times. But like you're as solid as it gets, and you were as real as it gets, and everything they lost is for real. You really lost that. You know what I mean? Like that person was realer than anything you have ever seen. That's why it felt weird. But you know what I mean? They got it. Next card is lost everything and animals missing. So things that you suffered, like with being with this person, things that they helped set up. Like there was a lot of sticky, weird situations that they were there for and like did nothing to back you up. And also situations where they completely cashed you in and sacrificed you for material gain and image and ego. Quite literally. Stripped down to nothing. This is pretty much what this whole situation left you with. Absolutely nothing. Maybe the clothes on your back. Like you lose everything little by little by little by little by little, because it's an ascension process, and it's a form of disconnecting from the moral trunks and pulling back all of your energy and detaching from all things that were illusionary and not serving your mission and serving your path. Because the Most High knew that you would like do anything for your path and your mission, but there was things that were like coming in to confuse you and give you illusionary paths in the wrong direction to keep you literally from what you're supposed to be doing. So the whole twin flame thing was literally another distraction. Like, yes, you learned a lot. Yes, you ascended a lot, but like, it was a trap to keep you in that trap. But you're too freaking bad booty, and you just keep dodging all these freaking traps, and you leaving them shocked like everybody, because I mean, you needed to, or you were gonna that was the plan. Like, you had to get out of there. So congratulations for those of you that cut that tie in that relationship and truly are deaded by it. Like deaded. I don't mean debbed with a B. I mean deaded with a D. Deaded. Gone. I mean, you wish them well. You wish them nothing but the best. You hope that they learn and blah, blah, blah. But see, the illusion is broke. Just like the illusion of these things that I did for 20... Your ascension helps free humanity, and they don't want that. So if you could have got stuck in the loop of the twin flame loop-de-doop-de-doop and thought your biggest destiny was to have a successful relationship with your twin flame and nothing more, what? What? That's the biggest accomplishment, is you got another vessel to be able to live with you and stand you, and now you guys have a deep, deep, deep attachment and very bad codependency and extremely abusive and narcissistic relationship. Good for you. Yay. Energy is the currency. It always is the currency. You're worth gold, and they know it. You are worth gold, and they know it. You are worth gold, and all these people know it. They made the wrong choice. Who do they think they are? Now, I'm putting all this energy on Twin Flamey Flame because the way that they played the two-facedness and the back and forth, and they literally milked off your suffering for like 2 years. Just like milked off your suffering. Made it like they're some victim of you while they're actually abusing you, and like they're getting like babied and catered to by this group of people that was maliciously attacking you. It's also sick and weird. They watched people abuse and slander you, and they knew the truth. Exactly what I just said. Like, they literally, and they participated in it. They were like happy about it. They got off on this the way that you were being treated and the behavior, because they've always been the sacrifice. They've always been the black sheep. They've always been the target. Watching someone else get targeted and being able to participate in it made them extremely happy. It's almost gross. Like, for real. They monitored you and study you and gang stalk and smear and isolate you to make their study more controlled. And that's what it is. Like, you are like a control thing. Like, you're, you know what I mean? Like, they're learning off you just by literally, like, watching your every move. It's disgusting. Everything is disgusting. Preparation for this prophecy, that's, like, to us, everything is spiritual, you know what I mean? So, like, the darkness is always moving for us. Like I said before, the darkness is always moving in unison. Everything is always moving in your favor. So, this whole thing is preparation for the prophecy, preparation for what we're gonna do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, I'm getting restless. Like, I'm starting to do some major motion, and, like, anyone that wants to jump in here with me would be awesome.
And I'm hoping as soon as I get done here, I can travel and continue on down the line and not stop. And that's what it's going to take. All of us just making motion and like coming together. So like, again, relocate and everyone falls away. So like, and this doesn't mean like everyone falls away, you're even being isolated and alone forever. I mean the people that have been bothering you, stalking you, harassing you, putting you through hell fall away, and you get to relocate and just start over. It's going to be beautiful, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be nice. Your truth outshines all the lies. People are starting to see that. Like, you're just beautiful. Like, there's everything about your energy is beautiful. You stand on everything you say. You hold up to everything you say. You say something, you mean it, you know? You don't just say stuff to say it. You say it because you mean it, because you feel it, you know? You are the truth, literally. Too many chosen walking this earth. Like, it's too many of us. It's too much energetic stuff going on. They are lying, and then April. So we have, March has been a huge month for, like, the table flip. Like, a lot of your attackers are now in their stages of humiliation because something happened, either from you speaking your truth and you exposing everything and like putting it in a way that makes sense, has gotten people to hear you out. At least they're understanding that your family is very malicious, because they either made you like like to the collective, like, you know what I mean? And we know what it is, but like to the collective, they're either pitying you because they think that you've gone completely insane from like your family maliciously abusing you, or they believe everything that you say. Either way, they see that you've been highly abused and attacked. Like, that part's undeniable. The fact that your family abused and attacked you, and your ex-boyfriends abused and attacked you, and everyone ganged up to maliciously destroy you is not, there's no way to deny that part. That's why they're in the humiliation stage. You know what I mean? And that's like, it's inevitable. Like, there's no denying that these people caused you grave harm. Grave harm. And they're not doing anything to help you. And you're sitting here literally telling everyone that they're not, like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. You can't, at this point, they can't deny that they're not good. In no way that you look at this, in no way that use it as an excuse, can they say anything to justify their behavior, quite literally. Your story will break the cycle of abuse, and discernment is your superpower. And it's true. Like, your story is literally going to break the cycle of abuse in your family, the generational curses in your family. Like, that is your destiny. And like, the discernment comes with all of the pain that you've been through. You have the eyes of the Most High. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see truth in everything. You see pain and empathy and love and the story behind it and the reason behind it and the trauma behind it, and you get it and you feel it and you embrace it and you love it. It's humanness, you know? And it's something that you even have for the people that attack you. That's what I mean. You're so beautiful. Like, you even see the brokenness and the pain that would cause these people to do these things to you. All timelines visible. So this is where you can see all the layers, and there's all these different consciousnesses, and they're floating around in all these different layers. But because you got to like the layer where you have complete control and complete awareness over self, you can actually drift in and out of those different timelines. I've spoke on this before. So like, if you got to go down to, I think I called him Low Vibrational Joe's house last time. If you got to go down there and visit again, that's fine. Just do what you need to do to help adjust the timelines further up. So we're always moving to make motion of love. You know what I mean? So if you're visiting Low Vibrational Joe, it's going to be for a reason to set something in motion in high vibrational Fred zone. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, I hope you know what I mean. But like, you are able to see all the timelines, you're able to see everyone's conscious levels and states, and you're able to kind of meet them where they're at and cause a ripple effect to help ascension, to help Earth's ascension. We have March and stalking your social media. So these people are heavy watching you, like, right now. Again, like I normally always say, they're watching me, watching you, watch me. And they're all here, and we're all here together. Hello. But also, March has been a huge energetic shift, and I know you guys have all felt it. So March was like boom, 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 boom. Like, good things happened this month, and a lot of people detached more from things. It was a good month of detachment. Like I said, I quit some less favorable habits and stuff like that. You are pure and divine, even when all you are is given evil. Like I said, the way that you see people, the way that you move, it's just beautiful. You're gorgeous. Congrats, you have mastered the law of detachment. You made it out, and everyone wants to be quiet now. You shocked the system, and you shocked everyone involved. Congratulations on being who you are. I want you to know that I'm proud of you. I think you're amazing.
The darkness and the light are always working in unison and always moving together. I know that sounds crazy, and everything is a reflection of you, but sometimes a polarity reflection of you, meaning if you're reflecting light, they're reflecting dark. So there is also polarity reflections, as well as lower level consciousness reflections, higher level consciousness reflections, and vibrational match consciousness reflection. The dark is moving in unison with the light for ascension on both sides. You're learning lessons, they're learning lessons. Like, y'all chose to come up against each other before you got down here for lessons and growth, and you chose to take on like 20 plus souls at a time for your lesson in growth and ascension. They chose your soul for their sacrifice or whatever, knowing that they would probably be stopped by you so they can actually stop in their tracks and ascend too, because they're probably tired of spinning on the same karmatic loop. However, you were like their sacrifice of choice in this little illusionary thing that we're playing out. So like they needed a soul powerful enough to sacrifice in for their matrix pleasures, which is you, powerful and strong enough. But you also took them all on because you knew that you were powerful and strong enough to take them all out, and low key they knew that, and they kind of want to be stopped, and they kind of want better for themselves in the long run because they're also lower level reflections of your consciousness. So like everything's working in unison, everything's moving in your favor, everything is teaching you something, everything is helping you ascend to a higher frequency. That makes sense? So that nothing that's happening to you is happening to you, it's happening for you. And it's clearing out paths and ties to things that need to be cleared and passed. Okay? So trust the process for real, and free flow with the process.
And I want to leave you beautiful warriors with some inspiration. So let's go out with this little last segment, and I wish you guys so much love on your journey.
You were never lost, and you were never broken. You are the one that came to rebuild what was broken. Ridiculed, doubted, isolated, branded, unstable, problematic, rebellious. Your sensitivity is your strength, and your questioning is your power. You're not just the glitch, you're the whole code breaker. The design is to break spirits, pit families against each other, and silence ones who remember truth. They hijacked your name and your truth, and they played God in a very sick, corrupt game. But even with all that countless amounts of illusion they dumped on you, they never held power over you, ever. That flame that you feel, it's always lived within you. This is the age of detachment, baby. You're breaking every chain that they told you was your identity. When you no longer fear loss or being like on your own, they have no leverage on you. When you choose your soul over survival of materialism, it crumbles. The whole game dissolves. The frequency has changed. This isn't actually an awakening, it's more of a remembrance, coming home, and the deep knowing that you didn't come here to fit in, so you can let go of that validation, anything tied to it. You came here to evolve and transform and transmute. Target because you vibrate too high for the control grids to control. Born into these roles to keep you doubting yourself, yo. But that was only the beginning of a story that they did not see coming. You were not meant to follow. You were meant to lead in a sense. To question and to rebel, and to also feel it all aspects of humanness. To alchemize the pain into a prophecy. The divine disruptors, the carriers of cosmic justice, builders of the new earth, sacred initiations, recalibrations with your light, and to the ones falsely labeled, falsely imprisoned, falsely pointed, silent, suppressed, you were never wrong, just ahead of your time. You never needed saving. You are the frequency of salvation. You are the mothers breaking ancestral pain. You are the fathers healing the inner child and protecting sacred innocence. We are the children remembering the mission. We are the divine balance, the masculine, the feminine, integrate into one, the light and the dark harmonized. We speak truth in a calm shore power. We dismantle through alignment. We rise not through the same war given to us, but we rise in love through waveforms of unity. We meet in understanding. And this is only the beginning. To all you chosen who have made it through the fire, you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are held, you are remembered. It's your time, baby. Keep shining. I love you guys.
Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. Keep shining, keep moving, keep hustling. You are the light in the world. You are here for so much beautiful things, so many things that are so much bigger than what your reality was maintaining. And that is why you had to go through all of these trials, all of these tests, all of these tribulations, and you did it with grace and beauty and ease, and I'm so proud of you, and the universe is proud of you, and the Most High is proud of you. Keep shining and keep hustling. You are the light.